Letters in Bottles by Vivian French. Monday. Dear Mum, I am sorry that I ran away from home, but I didn't want to work in the fish shop. I didn't like the way the fish looked at me. I am going to make my fortune, and when I am rich, I will come home and bring you diamonds and rubies and pearls. I will make my fortune quite soon, because I have got a good job. I am a pirate. Captain Spiker Block is a nice man. He has promised me I will get very rich indeed if I work hard. I am cabin boy on board the Awful Ada. I am very well, and I have 2 pairs of clean socks with me, also a clean vest. Please could you send me an eye patch? And a cutlass would be useful. Your loving son, Joe Jug. Tuesday. Dear Mum, I feel sick, very... Friday. Dear Mum, the eye patch has not come. It is hard work being a pirate. I have to scrub the deck, and make the breakfast, and do the washing up, and polish Captain Spiker's Block's cutlass, and wash his socks, and take the grog round to the crew every night, and wake them up in the morning. They snore very loudly, and they do not like being woken up. They shout at me, and call me a horrible landlubber. Only Toothy Thomas is kind to me, because I give him my share of grog. Perhaps we will find a treasure island tomorrow. Your loving son, Joe Jug. Wednesday. Dear Mum, I am fed up. It is no fun being a pirate, and I want to run away to land. All we do is sail over miles and miles of sea, and it all looks just the same. Today, Captain Spiker Block made me eat cold, slimy rice pudding for dinner because a rat had made a nest inside his hat. It was a dear little rat, and I have given it one of my socks as a nest. I think I will call him Ratty. Your loving son, Joe Jug. Dear Mum, I have forgotten what day it is. This afternoon we saw another ship flying the Skull and Crossbones. Their sails were all tattered and torn, and the ship looked as if it was hardly moving. Captain Spiker Block looked very pleased. He said it was the terrible Tara. "We'll capture her and feed her crew to the sharks," he said, and he took the wheel to steer the Awful Ada. All our crew cheered. I was quite excited, although I wish we'd found a treasure island instead. We chased after the terrible Tara, but somehow she slipped away when it got dark. I don't think Captain Spiker is very good at steering. We went round in circles a lot. In the evening, Captain Spiker said everyone could have extra grog, which was odd. I asked why, and he got very, very angry and made me run round and round until I was dizzy. Then he told Toothy Thomas to play his squeeze box while I danced, and he threw tin tacks on the deck, so I had to hop and skip and jump while he laughed and laughed and laughed. I had to dance until Toothy went to sleep on top of his squeeze box. I think it was the extra grog that made him so sleepy. I have decided that Captain Spiker is not at all nice. He is mean and nasty and wicked. Tonight he is being very odd. He is creeping about on deck, and he keeps laughing a horrible laugh. Why do you think he is laughing? All the pirates are snoring very, very loudly, so it is very noisy. I can't sleep, and I expect I will feel bad in the morning. Ratty has moved into my pocket. Your loving son, Joe. Dear Mum, excuse bad writing. I am a prisoner. I am tied up with loads and loads of ropes, and tomorrow they will make me walk the plank. I am very, very sorry I didn't stay in the fish shop. Your loving son, Joe. P.S. The other pirate ship didn't really slip away. It waited in the darkness, and then it crept up behind us. Our pirates were snoring so loudly no one heard anything except me, and when I tried to tell them something was going on, they said I was a horrible landlubber, and went on snoring. Even Toothy Thomas said it was too early, and snore, snore, go away. So then the crew of the terrible Tara climbed on board. All they had to do was tie us up. Most of our pirates didn't even wake up. I said, "Please don't tie me up," but they did. The crew of the terrible Tara rolled us down into the hold, and we've been stuck here all day. It is dark and smelly. Our pirates have terrible headaches from the grog, and they keep moaning and groaning. I don't know where Captain Spiker Block is. Ratty has run away and left me. I'm very, very unhappy. Dear Mum, guess what? Ratty hadn't run away. He came creeping back, and he chewed and chewed until my ropes were undone. Then I crept over to Toothy Thomas, and I undid his ropes, and he said I was a real old sea dog. I tiptoed up to the hatch to see what was happening on deck, and there was Captain Spiker Block swilling grog and laughing with the captain of the terrible Tara. I went to get Toothy, and we listened and watched, and we saw the captain of the terrible Tara give Captain Spiker Block a huge bag of gold pieces. I asked Toothy what was happening, and Toothy said, which was not very polite, even if we had been tied up. Then Toothy said that Captain Spiker Block must have planned for us to get caught. He said that was why we had been given extra grog. It was to make us sleepy, and Toothy said I was a real hero because I had stayed awake. Toothy suddenly said, "Shh," and he listened some more, and then he said, again. I said, "What is it? What is it?" And Toothy told me that Captain Spiker was selling us. He was selling us to the captain of the terrible Tara, and the captain of the terrible Tara was going to... PTO, please turn over. Take all of us and make us row the terrible Tara all the way home. Well, we slid back down the hatch very quietly. We crept down to the hold and told our pirates what was going on, and then we untied them. Whoosh! Captain Spiker Block and the captain and crew of the terrible Tara didn't stand a chance. The pirates of the awful Ada were everywhere, and they were mad. They biffed and bopped and bopped and biffed until the decks were all clear, and the sea was full of splashing arms and legs. Then the pirates of the awful Ada gave 3 hearty cheers, and Mum, guess who they were cheering? Yes, me, your loving son, Captain Joe Jug. P.S. I shared out the bag of gold. There was a lot to go round. When I get home, I will have enough to buy the fish shop. But can we sell wood instead? P.P.S. We gave Ratty 3 cheers as well, and we gave him Spiker Block's hat to live in. Spiker won't need it. He was swimming very, very fast when I saw him, and I think it was a shark just behind him.